He also is a big fan of, not even a fan, like his whole thing is Flame of Love Rosary, and that's become my whole life. The Flame of Love is so important, but that's a whole other thing. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. It was just so moving and powerful. We got to, you get to touch and venerate the robe. I've venerated so many relics, hundreds, to be honest, hundreds of relics. And each relic, like, it gives you a power, it gives you a blessing, it gives you a miracle. We got to touch, the cloak of Padre Pio. And I've just seen so many healings that if anyone's out there in pain, like, my gosh, it's possible to heal. It's more than possible. And you can't imagine it, but it'll disappear and you feel new. So then I did I did a pilgrimage by myself to Canada, okay, which was always exciting. I went to a shrine, the St. Anne Shrine, which is known for helping people to walk. What's crazy is I had something wild happen. Like, my back was just, this was all from God, but it just broke like out of nowhere. It literally broke. And I was like, I think I'll go on a hike, even with a broken back. Okay. And I was like, and I'm not going to tell my mom because she'll tell me don't go. This is how I am. So I go on this hike because I wanted to see the waterfalls, even though the sun was setting. And I had a broken back. I could barely walk. After that, I literally had done something so bad that I couldn't walk. Like, I was petrified for my life. I think that day God just like saved me in so many ways because whatever I did on that hike, I could have been paralyzed for life. I just know. I could have done so many things. So I get back and I'm going to like chiropractors and PTs, and it's crazy. Like, I'm a nervous wreck. The reality show has come back to me finally. They're like, sorry, filming got pushed. You're still in the running. Can you still do this? And I'm like, okay, yeah. And the people that were involved, they could still do it. So I'm like, okay, great. We're moving forward. So I'm moving forward with the process, and I'm like panicked for my life because I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this with a broken back? I can't tell them. I'm not telling the people I have a broken back. I can't get out of bed. I'm like bedbound. I'm like bedbound. I can't do anything. I can't go to the gym. And I was like, I got to get in shape for this show. And the last thing I can do is even walk. I can't work out. So I was in misery. And then I'm going to a chiropractor, and she did something. It was fine the first time. But then I got scared when she did something to my neck the like next time. Literally shoots electricity through my whole body. Something has happened. And now my neck is paralyzed. Can't move my neck. The worst pain I've ever had in my life. Literally, like when people twist your neck and kill you, that's what it felt like happened. So now my neck and back are broken. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, I am not doing well and things are not going well. So I go to the Padre Pio shrine near us. He delivered me like a very personal message there, a lesson I needed to learn, me personally, but he also healed my neck. So after seeing him, when you seek these saints out, they heal you. Now, I'm going to tell you, Padre Pio has been so instrumental in my life, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. He is one of my favorite saints. His whole thing is pray, hope, and don't worry. He received the stigmatas of Jesus Christ on his hands. He had the blood and from the wounds of the nails in the cross. He had those for 50 years. He could read people's souls. He could see what they needed, in confessions. He has done miracle after miracle for people. I literally have sought him out. I seek out so many of the saints and angels, but like he's one of my main ones. Jude's the other. Jude's my best friend. Padre Pio is unbelievable. If you need to heal, I'm telling you, don't even go straight to him. Find him, pray to him, light candles to him, ask him to be on your side. So my neck healed. It's all good. And then slowly, I'm still really not doing well with the neck or the back. So much happened to it. Like I had to get x-rays and all this stuff. It was a nightmare. When I'm going through this, like someone's also telling me a lot of emotions are stored in the back. You might have a cathartic release. Like, so after these chiropractor sessions, like I had so much coming out of my body emotionally. I was like, "Oh, no, I understand. They were stored in my back. Like these emotions were stored there." And what's so cool is I have had jobs I've never sat in my life. I've never had a job where I sit. I've been on my feet my whole life. So my back was always like a little funky. Like it was like I was always like twisting and turning. Well, let me tell you, these chiropractors literally fixed my back. My back has never been better. And yeah, there's still pain. There's still like some nerves. But what the whole point is, God will always take something horrific and make something beautiful out of it. And what's so wild is that this shrine I went to was for people like who can't walk and helps you like realign your spine, like people with spinal problems. It's like what it's known for. And I felt my spine be realigned. Now, this is wild. Leading up to figuring out if I'm going on this reality show or not, the pain was so excruciating with my back. I was crying every single day, like almost every day, heavily. I was just so fearful. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, Brooke, you know God so well. My mom would be like, why are you so fearful when you know and preach God all the time? But I think I had never experienced something so close to like paralyzation and never being able to walk. I'm finding it hard to put my faith to the test, which is so wild. But that's how scary this accident was. And I have a sister who can't walk. I've watched her every second of my life. My heart is way closer to hers than other people. Like, I have the most empathy. This was the first preview I felt of what it felt like not to walk. It transformed my compassion and empathy on a different level. I'm not as strong as my sister. I could never do what she does. She is my hero in every aspect of the world. Like, you don't understand. I'm so blessed that she just powers through life like the strong angel she is. I'm strong in different ways, but I have just so much admiration for people that can't get out of a chair. It is the most heartbreaking situation, and that made me even more, my perspective is so different now, even though I had a sister who can't walk. If you're going through something horrific, not only will it turn out okay in the end, even if it's not this life, even if maybe you are paralyzed this entire life, you will get to that place in heaven. You will walk and it will be forever and it will never be reversed, and you will never, ever have tears again. Each situation, no matter how scary and hard it is, it changes you for the better. That's like why God allows these things to happen, like allows Brooke to be a dummy, because it ended up making my back better than I could have ever imagined. One night, I'm praying to Mary. I have a very strong relationship with Mary for various reasons. I'm sure I will reveal those reasons as time goes on. She has saved my life time and time again. I could name many instances. So one night I'm praying to Mary a very specific novena. Again, novenas are like 8-day prayers, and it's and the saints for the back. I was looking up saints for the back, and my mom interrupts, and like when I'm doing this novena, she comes in and she shows me Forrest Frank. I guess he's a country singer who's also Christian and has a Christian podcast. And she shows me this song that God's Got Your Back. I knew that she was talking to me, that everything was going to be okay. I'll never forget that moment because Mary can't say it to me herself. She'll send it through people. And I just knew that it was going to be okay. And I needed that word. Like I needed that. And that's what like turned my attitude around where I had like sparks of hope where I was like, this isn't going to be forever. Like it's going to be okay. And I was so grateful for Forrest Frank in that moment, and he had this crazy back injury where he did something, broke his back, and I guess he healed in 2 weeks miraculously. And he made a song about it. I just knew I was going to have a miraculous recovery too. One day after my chiropractor, I literally was walking Montana in the neighborhood and I see a cloud in the sky. This is not a joke, everybody. I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. There was a spine. There was a spine in the sky. It's not like, oh, that kind of looks like. No, like there was actual like bones and a spine. And I just knew God was saying, I've got your back. It was undoubtedly from God. I receive things like that all the time. I'm always looking at the sky. God will paint things in the sky for you. He'll talk to you. It's amazing. So I did a lot of prayers to Mary. I put holy oil on my back. I went to Padre Pio. I got holy oil from him. I'm doing a very specific novena, Lady Undoer of Knots. Mary is known as the Undoer of Knots. And I'm like, there's a knot in my back. I'm going to do that one. I'm moving forward with the reality show. So they're like, you're making it. You've, unofficially been chosen. So then you have to jump through hoops and it's stressful. Like you have to go talk to a private investigator. You have to do medical testing. I had to do STD testing. You have to do psychiatric testing. I passed those with flying colors. Check, check, check. Okay. So then this is how it works in reality. They can't tell you you're a part of the official cast until pretty much you're walking onto the plane. But they're like, you've made it. You've made the cast. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is wild. This is happening again. I'm in touch with producers. Each one of you are usually assigned a producer. So they give me my welcome packet. They already been through this, okay? This isn't my first reality rodeo. So I know what's up. I get the package. They tell you all the things you need to pack, all the things you need to prepare. So I can't tell anybody about this. I'm not allowed. I give my notice at work. I felt awful. I couldn't tell them what was happening. I just said I'm going to be leaving for 4 to 6 weeks. I need to take a leave because you can't tell anybody. You're not allowed. I'm literally starting to like pack. I leave. My mom and I are shopping. I'm packing. And I go to a priest. This is kind of hysterical. This poor priest. I'm like all like in my head, like, I need the protection of the Eucharist. I'm like, how do I get 5 hosts for like the 5 Sundays I'm gonna be gone and can't go to church? And this poor priest, I'm like, can you just like give me 5 extra Eucharists? And he is so sketched out by me. He's seriously like, the way I'm talking, I'm like, well, I'm going to be like in a building where I can't leave. And cuz he's like, "Well, can't you like go to church?" And I'm like, "It's for work and like I'm not going to be allowed to leave. Please give me the Eucharist." So he's kind of like blink twice if you're okay. Like he's so scared. And he's like, "This sounds like a hostage situation." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this poor man, I can't tell him. I can't tell him it's for a reality show." So it was hysterical. I think he must have been praying for my soul after that discussion. But I was like, it was just so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if he thinks I'm like going into a cult and like I'm going to be kidnapped and not allowed out. It was a weird situation. Essentially, he told me, though, I could get a spiritual Eucharist. And so, in case you can't get to church and get a real one, just know that. Apparently, you can just like say a prayer and receive it from the Holy Spirit. Okay, so then we're gearing up to fly out, and I still haven't received my boarding ticket. And I'm like, me and the other people involved were like, this is weird. Like, we should have had our tickets by now. 3 days before, I get a text from casting, and they're like, there's going to be some changes being made with the casting, but don't worry, you're still in the running. We're meeting with the network right now, and we'll be letting you know.